The state of the Vaal River is said to be deteriorating. Almost a year since the SANDF was deployed to deal with contamination in the area, the problem persists. The Defence Force has been unable to work on the issues in the last few months due to financial constraints. 350 million rand was set aside for the project. We are hearing it never got there. For more on this, ENCA reporter Tshegohaco Moagi joins me from the Vaal River. So what is the status of the Vaal right now, Tshegohaco?
Absolutely. Good morning, Jane. So where we are at the moment, we are on the Vaal River, and what you're seeing behind me is really foam. It looks like foam, but this is actually just sewage that has actually spilled into the Vaal River, and the smell on this boat is absolutely nauseating. I had breakfast earlier and the team was asking me, why am I eating before we come out here? So as you mentioned, it really does seem to be deteriorating the situation here. A lot of the residents have also just spoken out about how the smell has affected them and how it just seems to be getting worse on a daily basis. And when I was here earlier this year, I spoke to a few of the other residents who actually had sewage coming up into their homes, and a lot of them telling me that they have gotten sick since this situation. But let us just speak to Malcolm Plant, who is from Save the Vaal. He's the chairman of Save the Vaal, just for more details about what they are calling for and what are we looking at this point. Malcolm, thank you so much for your time. So we are now sitting where it looks like a fountain and a nice bubble bath here, but what are we seeing at the moment?
Good morning to all the listeners of ENCA. Currently we are sitting at the top of the Rietspruit where it comes in from the Tshegohaco Works and the Rietspruit Works. The major flow of influx of sewage into the Vaal River, which goes into the loch. This has got worse over the past 18 months, and we are, as Save the Vaal Environment, we are currently fighting all the necessary municipalities, the Department of Water and Sanitation, the Premier, the Gauteng, the Cocta, to actually come to the party and get all the necessary funds to actually come up and repair what is needed to bring the problem back to normal.
Just give us details about Save the Vaal and what you guys are really calling for in some solutions that you'd like.
Save the Vaal Environment is an NPO organisation that is based in the Vaal. Our mandate is from the Vaal Dam right through to Parys. And our current goal at the moment is to bring back the Vereniging Tshegohaco Bopilong Vaal Triangle area, get them to start repairing and bringing back the sewage to the water wastework plants to actually process it and then discharge clean water back into the environment.
Now, we do know that you have obviously taken a few of the departments to court. Give us details about that.
Our current order that we obtained in February last year was against the Imfuleni local municipality and the municipal manager. We subsequently added on a number of parties, being Treasury, Water and Sanitation, Environment, Cocta, the Premier himself, who took responsibility for a lot of the Imfuleni finance department, and also the basic services delivery. So we've joined all the people to the order, and we are currently in negotiations with all the relevant parties to find a way forward in obtaining the necessary 1.2 billion rand to bring the system back to working condition.
Now, we do know that this Vaal River is very important for Gauteng. How far does this kind of sludge actually flow out, and how bad could the situation actually get for the province?
Well, currently the drinking water, we all know, comes out of the Vaal Dam, which is dropping at a drastic rate, which is sitting around 52%. This used to be the drinking water for the Gauteng area, which they could extract. Currently, at the moment, they're not extracting it. This water also has a big impact on the people that below the barrage area, being Parys and carry on down into the Free State, which generally remove the water from the river for processing to use in the local areas.
Thank you so much for your time. That there, Jane. Malcolm Plant is, of course, the chairman of Save the Vaal Environment, and they're really just calling for action to take place. As you can see, it is really quite an interesting situation that we sit in here, really a bubble bath of the Vaal, not the kind of bubble bath that anybody would actually like to be in. Jane?
Oh, no. Tshegohaco, thank you very much for that.